A viewer wants to know how he can handle people who make him feel like a prude because he doesn't drink and he doesn't want to go out to bars. And people drag him out and he has a lousy time and just doesn't want to do that. I'm with you. I'm with you because I'm not a big drinker either. And a lot of times I don't drink at all. And you wouldn't believe the reactions I get from people. I mean, it's to the point where I've had to say, sorry, I'm not having anything to drink because I'm on antibiotics. Had an ear infection. I mean, seriously. And you shouldn't lie like that. You really shouldn't. It was a bad idea to do that, but it was a family member just going on and on and on, and I knew I wouldn't see him again for a while, and he'd forget, and so I did that. But especially if it's somebody you see all the time, I mean, you can't constantly be on antibiotics with an ear infection. So I would just be really firm. Like, you don't, like, I'm not drinking, that's it. And don't say it like that, but no thanks. Just say no thanks. Because once you give people an explanation, then they feel like they have to reply somehow. Like if I had just said, okay, I'm not drinking, no thank you, and said nothing, instead of saying, okay, well, I have an ear infection or I'm taking antibiotics, then they're going to go on about that. But then I've just said, no, I just not going to drink. Then they ask why. What's wrong with it? So if you get that, just say, no, thanks. No, I'm fine. You go ahead. I'm just not drinking tonight. That's all. That's all. And then change the subject very quickly. I find that's the key. Because if you leave a pause, then they feel the need to ask questions about it and go on about, oh, you should have a drink a day and alcohol's good for you and have a red wine every. You see, so just no thanks. How about those Cardinals? See what I mean? Just go on without missing a beat, change that subject, I mean, really fast, so that they know that you're not going to talk about it. You're not going to change your mind. Nobody's going to convince you that you need to have a drink. I still don't understand why other people have to be like that. It's like if you said, no, thank you, I'm not going to have this piece of chocolate cake. No one is going to try to force you normally to have the piece of chocolate cake. But when it's alcohol, they will sit there and go on and on about the virtues of alcohol. So that's what I'm saying. You don't get into this long explanation of why you're not drinking. It's none of their business. Or don't lecture them either about why you don't drink and why they shouldn't either. That's bad because then you'll start this whole argument. But I'm telling you the best approach, no thank you, change the subject immediately. It'll work.